Yeah, so it's a streaming. Yeah, I think it's live, I suppose. So hi everyone, I'm Om Prakash. I hope everything is going good. So good evening everyone. And today in this session, me and my colleague Asutosh, in this session we are actually preparing for Deloitte interview for NLA. So I think now we should start. So Asutosh, please introduce yourself. I'm sorry to interrupt Asutosh. You actually were muted, so please unmute yourself and start. Again, you are muted, Asutosh. Now it's sometimes your frame is actually dropping, Asutosh. Yeah, you're audible. Asutosh, sorry to interrupt you, but I don't know why actually few words we get and a few word got means basically you got on mute. Is this same happening with me? Are you able to get my all words or either few words are missing? Okay, I think the problem is happening both of us. Is it okay, Asutosh? Okay, everything is going good, Asutosh. Means basically my voice and audio, all this is going good. Okay, so I think yeah, it's good, Asutosh. Yeah, please just ask that, Asutosh. Asutosh, sorry to interrupt you, but I don't know why your voice is getting means discontinued. Just like you have read forward and then your next word is going to be dumped. So is the same happening with me? Let me start. Let me introduce myself. Then I think I should. Okay. So if you got the problem, please tell me. Okay. So hi everyone. I'm Om Prakash. I hope you are doing well. So currently I'm pursuing BSc from Amity University, Patna, and I'm deeply passionate about data science and data analytics. And I have also completed two internships from one from Septa Infotech as a data science intern, and another from Pragmatica for Python developer and data science intern. While talking about, I have also received two prestigious scholarship, one from AWS and another from Freshman Next Gen Scholarship, which fueled my journey to learn and explore data science and data analytics. And I have my skill sets includes Python, C++, R, Microsoft Power BI, W, MS Excel, presentation skills, and the analytical skills. The reason why I want to join Deloitte is because I want to so that in industry already taken but using my data analytical skills and analytical skills, decision can be taken data driven so that it in future it both clients get more revenue and more assets in the form. Is it not good, Asutosh? Are you getting my voice or not? Yeah, it's clear. So I think Asutosh, I am suggesting you. So go into the microphone, and here there is an option called noise suppression. So I request you to turn it off, and I hope it will be better. Okay. Yeah, is it good? So please try to continue a line. Please introduce yourself, Asutosh. Yeah, but again, same problem is happening, Asutosh. You are again, Asutosh, same problem is happening. I don't know why it's happening, but again, you just speak few words and then again you go on mute as this as such is happening basically. So basically, your data is missing out. So Asutosh, I would like to request you to raise one meeting if it's possible. Please take a look and if possible, please I would like to request you to raise one the meeting. That's the only option I think we have available. Am I right, Asutosh? I would like to request you to leave meeting and again join the meeting. It will be better. Okay. So, guys, there was few technical skill in technical issue in which our colleagues Ashutosh was not able to share his audio. Yeah, yeah, Ashutosh, please continue. Let me check. Again, same issue is happening. Of course, I don't know why it's. Yeah, Ashutosh, I would like to recommend you try to speak louder. So it maybe it's. So try to speak little bit louder so that it cannot be discarded. Okay. Yeah, so basically, few words when you start, your few words comes, and after that, few words go discarded. The problem is simple. This is the happening. So I would like to request you to change the micro available microphone. Go to the micro near mic button, and here there is a drop down menu button. And when you click, there will be multiple options for a speaker and a headphone. Okay. So here from microphone section, you can change the device and based upon that check the output whether it is good or not. Okay. So I would like to request you please turn off noise suppression and let's see what happens. Okay. Again, so please continue with your line so that I can get that whether your voice is good or not. So continue with the line as like a continuous for 10 second or 50 second. So basically, guys, we have not a very large or huge configuration or greater configuration devices. We have basically our laptop which we use for our college purpose, and in the same we are trying to do that and due to some other configuration, some other application configuration, the issue might be happen. Okay. So I can't do anything. Means I can't. But for this meeting, I just can wait for my teammate. Yeah. Yeah. So those, it's looking good. So it's sound good. Suppose not looking good. So yeah, till now it's good as this. So I would like to request you to please introduce yourself. So I think now we should move forward with our created charts, basically our questionnaire, where we can start. Okay, is it good, Asutosh? Is it good to start? Or either I want to share something else. Okay, so already we have wasted lots of time due to some technical issues. So now I think we should start. Okay, Asutosh. First of all, let me share Windows. So yeah, this one. Is it visible to you, Asutosh? So first of all, yeah. Let me check. Yeah. So first of all, hi guys. In today's the actual day three, day four, but due to some and from last 4 to 5 days I was not available because I have some necessary works. That's why due to some unavoidable situation we were mhm, we were not streaming. Okay. So Astos, do you have any idea what we have discussed in day two? So as I am able to see, in day two we have covered that in OOPS we have covered topics like OOPS aggregation, composition, dynamic method, dispatch, all this, and garbage collector, all this we have covered in. And DMS we have covered topics like what is indexing, what is the difference between unique and primary key, and we have also discussed about what is the procedure and write a query about how to get duplicate records. And again, in ML, we have discussed about what are the different activation functions as like sigmoid, reload, 10h, softmax, all this. Then we have discussed about what are the difference between bagging and boosting. And then we have discussed about chemical cluster and PC, all this. Again, so today the day three and okay, now modality was those. So first of all, so we will starting from the OOPS concept. So in the first, we are discussing what are the solid principle of OOPS. I would like to answer Ashutosh. Please answer it. Suppose again same issue is happening, but we will try to continue it. Okay. Again, due to the time shortage, we will continue. So, while talking about the solid principle of OOPS, so solid is basically is a combination of multiple. So, if you talk about AS, so first of all, talking about OOPS, OOPS is nothing but the object-oriented programming in which basically we write our code in the forms of class and object, and there are multiple character. There are mainly four pillars of OOPS: inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, another issue. Yeah. So for a solid principle is basically explained that first of all, if we are creating any program, and then we have a single reason to create it. Basically, it solves us some problems. Okay. Now, if we talk about O, means basically we can only uh, extend the program. Means basically add another features, but we can't delete the features. Open to extend and close to modification. Okay. And while talking about L, and L stands for, yeah. So object of superclass can be replaced with object of subclass. And while talking about I, integrity, I stands for, okay. So I stand for basically in this option. Clients are not dependent on such interface which is not suitable for the client. Okay. So let me give you an example. Uh, if any application is developed for blind people, and they are putting multiple colors, then it is not making sense, because the people's clients are color blinded, and if we are putting multiple colors, different colors, then how they are going to differentiate it? So this is the totally waste of the time. Now, another one is the D. Okay. Now, D is basically how high level modules should not be dependent on a specific module. Let me, for example, you can say. So basically, in this, if any module which is the core component, it should not be dependent on any specific short module, or a very low level module which is a low priority. Okay. Now, the next question is a string, a difference between a string and a string buffer, a string builder and a string buffer. So, Astos, I would like to answer it. So, a string buffer, you are saying that a string buffer is slower. I'm right, Astos? Maybe I'm wrong, Astos, but I tried to search it because I have no idea. But again, I got that a string buffer is faster and a string builder is slower, Astos. Maybe I'm wrong, but what I have got, a string build, sorry. Yeah. Okay, first of all, Okay. Uh, Now I think we should move forward with another question. What is the this keyword in the Java? So Asutosh, may I answer this question? What is? Yeah. Okay. If you talk about this keyword is basically predefined keyword in Java. Basically, this keyword is used for representing the current class in which we want to call. Okay, let me give you a context. In oops, when we are creating a class and we have initialized a method, and we have applied getter or setter, and we want to set the value or get the value. Then during that we use this keyword so that we can get the current class value, and this is also help us to remove ambiguity condition. Am I right, Asutosh? Asutosh, you are muted, Asutosh. So please turn on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, of course. Thank you for providing. So, while talking about checked, so checked exception occurs. So basically, types of types of error. Either it can be syntax error or semantics error or logic error that's occurred during the compilation. This is called checked error, and the errors which occurs during the execution means basically when we execute dot class or byte file, and then again during the execution the problems or exception occurs is known as unchecked exception. Okay, so unchecked exception can be connection error. My if we are connecting to a server, then unchecked exception can be my connection error, and checked exception can be, let's say if we have written we are writing a statement block, conditional statement block, and in instead of if we have written elif, elif, we have written elif, then it is going to be going to be a checked exception because this is syntax error. Am I right, Asutosh? Yeah, there are multiple types of exception. Okay, throw and throws. Yeah. So basically, uses exception handling, and there are mainly four, I think five keywords. Sorry, yeah. Try, catch, throws finally. So in try block, in try block we write those code which might generate an exception. In catch block we write those which exception can be generated. Basically, we create the object of that exception and we pass the message that this exception has been occurred to indicate that your code has generated an exception. Okay, and next in in final blocks we write those which should be executed anyhow, either code is working normally or generating exception. And a throw and throw is basically a throw. to be used in the same. So whatever, if any exception occurs, then move or discard those statement and continue to the execution. Okay. Okay. Yeah, of course, I would like to answer. So, while talking about constructors, so first of all, constructor is a method, a special type of method, which is automatically called when any object of or any instance of a class is created. Okay, so in constructor basically we can modify the constructor method according to our need. Let's say we can also initially we can pass the value and set the value of members, class members, and it is automatically called. And we can also perform constructor overloading so that we can provide multiple features. While talking about a destructor, so destructor is a special type of method which is automatically called when any object is terminated, or basically we remove that object or instance of any classes. And we can also configure it or modify it according to our need. So to write the constructor, we basically uses a tilde symbol and the class name and the parenthesis, and then we write this statement whatever we want to execute. And that's what you can signature of the constructor basically we uses the same class name, parenthesis, whatever argument a user want to pass or we want to take from users. And then we write the statement which are going to execute when a class is going to be created, when instance of the that class will be created. Was it a good explanation, Asutosh? Would like to add any point? Yeah. Yeah. And when we want to create object, we actually call a constructor. So let's say if we have a student class and we want to create a, yeah, not only Java. So in any language, if you do not define the constructor, if you do not define constructor, then automatically the constructor is going to be created by the compiler. Okay. So yeah, yeah. So the first question is explain the data abstraction in its level. So Astos, I would like to answer it. What is data abstraction and what are its level? Okay, so I suppose I would like to also answer this question. So, guys, if you are talking about the data abstraction, so first of all, data abstraction is nothing but the process of hiding the unnecessary details to the user. So, if you talk about means basically only required details for the user. If you're talking about, let me give you a context of for data abstraction. If I'm a delivery partner of the Amazon, and I have to deliver any object, then the data that I should display, data that should be displayed on my phone, that should be name, your contact number, your address. Okay, I don't need your payment mode. How you have made payments, and what is your the account address from where you have made payment. Okay, the thing that I have to only know that whether payment has been done or user has to be made payment. Okay, user have to make payments. So this is the data abstraction in context of DBMS. Now there are actually three levels of data abstraction. The first one is the I think internal or user level, where we only display the required details to the user. The next one is the logical level. In logical level, we basically describe the data table structure, means basically how many columns are there, how data is going to be stored, all this. In the next physical layer, we actually describe that how the data is going to communicate with the database, and how it's going to be what is stored in the database and which system. All this. Am I right, Asutosh? Okay. So yeah, first normalization form and second normalization form. Okay, so while talking about normalization, normalization is a process which is used to reduce the duplication and redundancy in database, so that we can get a more clear and a more actionable insights from the data, so that it can predict better result. While talking about 1NF, so 1NF stands for first order of normalization. And in first order of normalization, I think B, basically what we do. In any column which have multiple values, we try to create a new table or a not a new table. Basically, we create another columns for that, and we keep only single values in a columns. If let me give you an example. If a table student have multi values columns as like contact now. Not no, we don't insert new as I do. We actually create a new column, not table. I'm saying that we actually create. Sorry. Okay. So as to and let me give you example. Whether if I'm wrong, please correct me. So if there is a table called a student, and a table have multiple fields like ID, name, okay, and another is address. Forget about address. We have a contact number. Okay. Okay. In contact, in ID there is a single value, and in name there is a single value, and in contact there are two contacts. Okay. Basically, one your mother contact number, one your father contact number. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And when we are performing first order of normalization, then what we'll do, we will basically we will create a new column called a primary contact number and secondary contact number, and we will separate it. So according to me, this was the normalization form. Am I right, Ashutosh? Or is there anything else concept? Yeah, I got your concept. Basically, you are saying that we only change the number and we keep all details to the we copy all the details to next row. Basically, we create a new tuple and only change the contact number. Okay, okay, I got it. So I think now we should keep this mark as okay. Okay, so what is 2NF Astos? Do you have any idea? So, I didn't give. Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, so now we have the next question is what are the asset property in transaction? Okay, so Santosh, I would like to discuss it, or should I start? You want to discuss, please? So according to yeah, Santosh, please continue. Okay. Ashutosh, I would like, sorry to interrupt you, Ashutosh, but according to me, is automaticity refers to the if we are performing any transaction, then either it should be completely complete, or it should be either in initial stage. Means basically it should not be as like that as much has been completed. It should be either a 0 or 1. Means basically it should be either complete or not complete. Let me give you an example. Let's say we are performing a transaction, change the details and then roll back and revoke. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I am paying you 15 rupees. So, in this transaction, what will happen? First of all, 50 rupees will be deduct to my bank account. Okay. Then it will go to the phone pay or any medium we are using. Okay. Then after that, those medium will use to communicate to your bank account and those will transfer. Okay. So, if in medium, what will happen? If I have the bank account means basically the money has been deducted to my accounts and transferred to the phone pay merchant. Okay, and what if happens? Basically, the phone pay server got crashed. Okay, and means I'm just giving a context and then is in this what will happen, transaction is not completed, basically you didn't got money and I my money got deducted. So in this what will happen, basically my money will be revert to the me. It's basically the deducted money will be reverted to me. So in this either transaction is completed or not complete. In this there is not as such that no it is going all such. In case of power failure, it should be either complete or not complete. Yeah. And then next, yeah, sorry, yeah, value should be same. Yeah, so consistency refers that before the transaction and after the transaction, the value should be same. Not same, but means basically it should be equal whatever amounts has been transferred. It's equal to the sum of the transfer and your current. I'm giving context. Okay. Now we have isolation. So do yeah. So isolation, integrity, consistency, and do you have idea what isolation is those? Okay, so Astos, as I got from your point, so isolation is basically means that every transaction should be isolated from the others. Means basically we are not going to be creating interruption for another next transaction. Okay, so let's see what happens if we have a perform and transaction. Okay, and basically you have sent me 15 rupees. I got 50 rupees, and then I should not as such basically I should not create a block that no, you can't during the transaction you can't send money. This should not be happens. Okay, you are sending to me, that's okay, but what if I also want to send us to someone? Okay, if if isolation between not there, then it will create a error. That's why I think isolation is implemented there. Okay, durability. So, I would like to answer it. So, durability refers that once transaction has been happened or occurred, then the this transaction details means basically after the results will be uh, stored clearly or indurable means basically it should not be removed as power got failed. So basically it should be stored on in a database or secondary memory. Okay. The next question that we have discuss the ER model in DBMS. Okay, so should I answer it or would like to answer it, Asutosh? Okay. So while talking about a model, so basically AR model is refers to the entity relationship model. Model is nothing but the rearrangement or configuring the relationship between different entity and their attributes. Okay. So here in here diagram uses entity for a object, and there are each entity have multiple attributes, and each attributes are connected to the another entity through a relationship like one to one, many to many, one to many, many to one. I'm right, Asutosh? So an example of entity can be as like a student, and attribute example can be a student name, their age, his age, and contact number, address. All this can be attributes of a student. And if you talk about relationship, let's say a student a student tables course ID is going to be a connected basically related to the multiple course in course table there are multiple courses, and each course have a course id. So a single student have multiple course, so this is the one to many relationship between a student to the course. Am I right, Ashutosh, or is there any correction? Actually you've gone on mute, Ashutosh. Actually I've got muted, Ashutosh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I have no more idea what it does those, what are the different types of deepness. Please continue us those. Okay. So the next question is what are the difference between what is super key and candidate key? Okay. So look, I have no clear idea about it. So I think candidate key is such type of key, which is basically is what you can say. It's basically a single in a table. Am I right? So, look, I have no clear about your idea about it, what is super key and candidate key. So, I would like to answer it. Okay. So, now we are moving forward that what, sorry. Okay, is it good? Okay. So, now we have that what are the difference between DBMS and file system? Okay. So yeah, so there are a few uh, major difference between DBMS and file system. So basically, the reason why we have implemented DBMS due to the redundancy or duplicacy. So basically, it's that when we update or means basically what happens when we are not getting the result or not getting the specific file, then we again create the file or the same file stored on multiple different location. Okay. And the next again the problem is the consistency. Again, sorry, I'm so sorry, I have discussed that. Then problem is the automatic update. Basically, when we are updating at near specific file, then it is not going to update everywhere. For example, if I am giving a context of a banking account. If you have debited some amounts of money from your accounts, and it is not going to be it is not going to update it everywhere. Your it's basically what you can say, your different section is not going to update it the same at the at current time. It is going to be either update on 1 week later or 1 month later based upon the transaction of that bank. So that is to solve the file system. And there is but concurrency basically in file system. Multiple user can't work on a single file, and in DMS on a single database, multiple user can work and perform their tasks. Yeah. Okay. Now, next we have explain the concept of cap theorem. So, do you have any idea what cap theorem is? This? Please explain it. I have no idea about it. Okay, the next question that we have. Sorry. Okay. Now, the next question is the explain the working of VPN. Okay. So, first of all, so guys, we are now moving forward with the computer network subsection. Okay. So the first question is the explain the working of the VPN. So the Astos would like to answer, or should I answer it? Okay. So first of all, talk about VPN. VPN refers to the virtual private network in which basically we create a link between the our current source to actual file resource where we want to access the information. So basically, what we do that, basically we create a tunnel. It's basically currently I am from India, and I want to access those sites which are which is when in India, which is not available in India. So for that we have to use VPN, and we have to basically transform not we have to change our location to the USA or any another country in which that content is available. Okay, so for that we actually create a tunnel where we create our private network, and no one is able to detect that look, you are from there or here. So this is the feature of VPN, and the purpose of VPN is to sharing the resources privately so that no one from the out of the organization should be accessible easily. Okay. Okay. So Ashutosh, Sorry to interrupt you. So, but I think during the configuration of meeting, only 1 hour is the schedule. Am I right, Asutosh? So it's about 58 minutes and 20 and 30 seconds. So in around around 1 minute, meeting is going to be discontinued. So what we are going to do? Should we just stop the streaming, or any idea about it? S- Look, Astos, okay, Astos, what I'm saying that what do you think that we should create a meeting in the morning and at one another in the night, because our continuous 2 to 3 hours is a hectic problem. So if you're as like this, then it is going to waste your whole potential into 3 hours, and due to that we are not going to do anything. So, sorry to interrupt. There is 30 seconds we will discuss. So, guys, we have only now it's time to over, and we will from yesterday, not yesterday. I'm so sorry. From tomorrow, we are going to discuss about what is encryption and how what is MAC address. We are going to continue with computer networks. Okay. So, we will continue from that, and that's it. All for today, guys. So, bye, bye, guys. Hope you good day. First of all,